Just get them out. Ready to go?
March is gonna be a fire with
$7. It is.
Monday, December 20th, calls meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mayor Nathan Anderson.
Here.
Troy Bode.
Here.
Troy Doden.
Here.
Bill Volpe.
Here.
Art Schott.
Here.
Teresa Swedek. Mike Peterman.
Here.
Agenda was sent out. Is there a motion to adopt the agenda?
The committee report.
Oh, we want to add BMTC committee report under number 5.
Doden would move to adopt the amended agenda.
Go ahead and second.
Motion by Doden and seconded to adopt the amended agenda. Into discussion. Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Agenda is adopted. Minutes for December 6th were sent out on Friday. Is there a motion to approve the December 6th, 2021 minutes?
Doden so moves.
Boom, second.
Motion by Doden and seconded to approve the December 6th, 2021 minutes. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes approved. Visitors to be heard. Committee reports.
Teresa and I and Mike are on the committee with the phone company, and Austin had a meeting with us earlier this evening. So he just wanted to share some good news, two things that are really good news. Number one, now that we're fully converted, by the end of the week, all businesses will be, and residents are already fully converted, but there's 2 businesses that are left. That'll be fully converted by the end of the week, so it'll be 100% completion. And then he shared with us an opportunity that he's moving forward with. So there's a business in town that has a number of phone lines on an old phone system. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with how our phone system works, but with our central switch, or C15 as he calls it, when we sell a phone system, we don't install a phone system box at the business. All them phones basically work off of like an extension off of our switch, and all of their functions, voicemail and everything, all work through our switch. Well, now that we're fully converted to fiber, and we're a fiber system, there's a company right now that wants to convert, and he's going to move forward with a new product. It's called NetSavian. It's through SDN. So you can sell a phone system, and instead of our switch acting as the phone system for their business, it'll actually be completely fiber and broadband phone. It'll actually get bounced up to SDN. SDN will act as the switch, and it'll come back. It's going to lower their long distance service by about 8 or 9 cents per minute, and increase our long distance profit. The profit we'll make off of the long distance. It's also going to be able to add features for these businesses that we can't provide with our C15 system. And it's probably going to result in really the first step towards converting all of our phones, business and residential, someday to full fiber and broadband. So it's a small investment that he's going to be making, but on the grand scheme of things, it's a very small investment to get started with that NetSavian thing. But we have 4 other customers in town that already own the hardware that is compatible with that system, and so they will slowly convert all of them over too. And so essentially 10 or 15 years from now, when we would have to pay for our new switching hardware over there, that room over there with that noisy room where the phone switch is, someday that'll be gone. It'll be an empty room, and it'll all be run over fiber through SDN. That's the plan. So the other bit of good news is SDN, is kind of like a cooperative, as we're a member. They're giving out a dividend, and we should have received our dividend today. It was $128,000. They had a $10 million surplus that they're sharing with their 17 members.
And I think this was called a special dividend, so was it above and beyond our normal dividend?
Yeah. So the investment that he's going to make into getting started with this NetSavian thing is equivalent to about 10% of that dividend. So he was looking for our approval, and we're just like, just tell us what you're going to do, because we can't give you our approval as a committee, but we'll report on this back to the council, and
One thing I just thought about, Troy, though, and a question for Tom, if he has to sign a contract, does the council have to, or can we just start using this new service through SDN without coming to the council for full approval, stuff like that?
If there's expenditure monies, typically he runs those through, if it's not a budgeted item.
But even enterprise thing, so it's a little bit different.
And it's like
I can talk to him and see
small.
Yeah,
And then I guess you talk to him and see if your thoughts, if he needs to bring it to us as a full
Okay.
council for approval or not. But,
We did tell him we would ask about that, so.
yeah.
okay, I'll talk to him.
He basically said, this is what I'm gonna do, just wanted to make sure that we didn't have an objection to it.
And at some point, he said he'd come talk to the whole council about how this all works.
Yep, yep.
So,
All positive, so,
So I guess we just need to make sure that he's okay with moving forward without council approval. But seems like a great idea, and moving us further into the 21st century. And it's gonna open up some capabilities for our customers, save them some money too. So, that's all good. That's all we had. Short and sweet.
Thank you. Department head, or it's Mike Hampton's.
Well, I guess I just wanted to see if it'd be possible to move forward on a purchase on a new little dump truck for our department. We tried to replace that about a year ago. We've held it together this long. It started to leak transmission fluid on our shop floor every night. I went out and got some prices. We're thinking of an extended cab. Ford's the only one that offers one. They said the price is going to go up after the first of the year. And if we wait any longer, in the next year, probably won't get one then either. But it's the world we live in now.
You look for used, don't you?
Yeah.
Is there anything anywhere that's even,
Nothing that's in the same shape that we got.
and I suppose if you're paying new prices, if it's
Yeah,
a newer one.
it's between 50 and 60,000 for something with 80,000 miles on it. So, and that's most likely going to have a diesel, and we really don't need that for what we use it for.
I had 3 questions.
Okay.
Number 1, do we need the extended cab?
I don't think I didn't.
Save any money if we didn't. 'Cause
I didn't price out the regular cab. Didn't think it was going to save a whole lot of money.
Okay.
But one of the guys, the last company he worked for, had the new Fords, and they didn't have any room behind the back, or any room behind the seat to store like tools or jacket or coveralls or anything.
Just lengthening the vehicle makes it a longer radius for turning.
Yeah, and that's why we
It's
kept
a dump truck, so it's not as handy then when it's longer.
That's why we kept the 9-foot box.
Okay.
So when you're saying extended cab, you're not talking a full 4 doors,
No.
you're just talking that extra
The extra
18
part.
inches or whatever.
Where they can throw some tools or a jacket, or even the third guy can ride back there.
So
If they want to go to a meeting, stay for a minute or whatnot.
you can squeeze in a short trip.
Yeah.
Second question I had, the upgraded features, do we need some of the extras on there, or is it a package deal where it really doesn't matter? Like the bigger motor, do we need that, I suppose, if we're hauling
I
dump
asked for
box?
that. Yeah, I asked for that one instead of the little gas motor.
Do any of these nice cities throw you over your budget?
They kept it under 50.
What was the budget on this?
65.
So what's the combined total?
63,257.
Okay.
I was surprised the aluminum box came in cheaper than the steel.
Then we're gonna have to license it. We have to pay tax on it, don't we? Just like no 4% excise, just like private individual.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it would be considered 2 separate transactions. So the payment would go to Boyer for the
Right.
truck, and then the body would be at Bandit X. 2 separate deals to keep it under the bid boss, correct?
It goes to two separate places to get equipped.
The boxes come from a different.
Patrol car we were buying, it was all coming from one vendor.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, the body on this one goes Vander eggs to get that put on, so.
Okay.
I understand, they probably won't come in anywhere near the same time either.
No, it doesn't sound like it. They might sit on the truck for a while, or vice versa, the box might come in sooner than the truck.
But you can lock in the price by the first.
And that's what he said. He said you need to get that price, it'd probably have to be a sales signed purchase order by this week or next.
And this was in 2022's budget, right?
Yeah.
65,000,
Yeah.
okay. Anything else we're gonna have to do to it? Amber lights or anything?
We can do all that stuff. I mean, put a strobe light on top and do all that.
Can we use it for a plow truck or no?
We would, I mean, it depends on what you guys wanna do with the green one that we have. If we wanna surplus that, we'll take the snow plow off the mount off of that. We'd have to get another mount for the bottom of this one, of course. We could save everything else, and we can still use our plow that we have on that green one on this one. So, I know we've added the snow plow prep package to this one, so that's already in the price.
Jerry, do you have any ballpark on what they'd get for that green one on that auction deal?
It's very surprising what's been, they've been bringing, I told them, I said probably 5 to 7,000. If it runs in the dump box works, I'm sure you'll get all of that. It's not rusted too bad, I don't think.
No.
Just a lot of miles.
Paint's coming off the hood and just leaks a little bit.
Surprise yourself a couple times what we got off, that purple wave is what it's called.
Okay.
I think it's on its fourth transmission now. So, fourth one.
And this one has an aluminum box, you said?
Yeah.
Is that better than steel?
Stays on some weight, but it's the Magnum aluminum box, so a little
Okay.
heavier duty than the light duty one.
Okay.
So. And it is probably one of our main trucks we use every day,
Mm-hmm.
because we don't take the little bucket on out all the time.
Ready to vote on that?
In the budget.
It's a budget item.
I think we just want to bring it up, the way it was gonna be purchased and stuff is what our main focus was, just so you guys were aware. It's gonna come in two separate. As two separate items, yeah. So they're not surprised, so, well, it's in his budget.
Doesn't sound like we're hearing any objections.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Just get it locked in so you can get one and it doesn't cost us $10,000
Right.
more next year.
Right.
Find them,
Yeah.
that's the problem.
Yeah, if you can find it.
Does this one come with the computer chips?
I hope so. I hope so. Alrighty, well, thanks. I'm gonna bail out if you don't need me for anything else. Alright,
Thank you.
thanks, see you.
Next up, finance officer report.
So everyone should have a copy of the November financials. I sent them off to Teresa. We got them done really quick this month, so it felt good to really look them over. In November, just to visit about some out of the ordinary expenses. With Jane's American Rescue Plan Act, the ARPA funds, she has purchased 2 laptops, an 85-inch TV, and an iPad Pro. We also paid for 2 surveillance systems, one at the golf restrooms and the park restrooms. In November, we also bought a bunch of Christmas lights. We paid the 2020 GEO bond, which is the Lewis and Clark. And then we also paid the drinking water and clean water SRFs, along with all the COPs. And the fiber to the home, we paid out $3,464, and then the east substation, we paid out $27,428. And then also in November was the highway improvement, which was the crack sealing for the telephone parking lot, the bridges, the bike path, and some of the street, and that came in at $33,642. So those are some of the not ordinary expenses, monthly expenses. Also, I received a message last week from the Lincoln County that in July they put a new software system in place and found that they had overpaid us $4,098.48 for the 2020 real estate taxes. So in tonight's batch of bills, I don't know if anyone noticed or not, but I am sending the money back to them. I know,
Their fault.
I know, but if it was in reverse, we'd do the same. It just took us from July till last week to find it.
The annual insurance costs, are those all are included in November's, or are those gonna hit December?
December.
So the $30,000 difference on the profit and loss from October to November at the bridges is due to just no income and normal expenses. There's nothing abnormal in November that we paid.
For the bridges, it would just been their portion of the street and the crack ceiling.
Okay,
And
so that's just a few $1,000. I mean, nothing major there.
Well, it's probably a pretty good chunk of it, isn't it?
well, 33,642 was the total for all of those departments. And that should have breakdown.
Okay, so just normal anticipated stuff.
Yeah, payroll.
So their portion of the insurance is ballpark 10 grand? Just kind of curious.
I have it right here.
Well, it doesn't have to be exact.
Oh. There's too many departments to remember.
What? You don't recall all those numbers right off the top of your head?
They're not. The course itself, 750 for liability, 1,300 auto, 925 for property. Umbrella is 375. And inland marine is 500. And then for the clubhouse, 1,000 for liability, 900 for property, 325 for umbrella, 160 for errors and omissions, 200 for inland marine. And then for the event center, 700 liability, 625 for property, and inland marine 180.
So about 8 grand. Okay, so there'll be another $30,000 swing next month.
Yeah, I am trying my best to keep things entered as soon as possible. So if we have a special council meeting, we can get a good idea of where we're at. Yeah, I'm gonna try to knock out.
But year to date's still been awesome compared to what we budgeted. So.
Yeah, doing good.
Cool. Thanks.
So thanks, Teresa, for reviewing.
Is there a motion to approve the November 2021 financial report?
So moved.
Move second.
Motion by Tiedemann, second to approve the November 2021 financial report. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Approved. Quam Berglund.
So Terry Post of Quam Berglund and Post reached out to me to do the annual report, and so I just need council's approval to hire them.
Yeah, who moves to hire him?
Second. Motion by Byrne and seconded to approve the engagement letter with Quam Berglund and Post for the 2021 audit. Any further discussion?
Was that for the audit or the annual report?
So it'd be the annual report. Is
Annual report is 3,500.
yeah.
So how long does it take them to do this audit?
So the annual audit is fairly quick, but not the annual, the
Annual report.
annual report. The annual audit usually takes, they're in the office for 3 days, and then it's hopefully before June that they get it back to me.
I'm just looking at the fees there.
The annual report is something that's due to the state quicker than they can get the actual audit done. And my understanding has to be done by a CPA firm, correct?
Yep.
So,
And it's also, they don't actually look into anything, they just pull my reports and prepare the audit from the reports, where the audit, they're actually in the house and they go through invoices and they go through payroll, they go through quite a bit.
There's no further discussion. All fair say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We need a second one for the year-end financial statement.
So that, they are gonna be here February 2nd or 3rd to do the annual audit. In-house, hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't really feel like hauling everything down to Elk Point again, but.
Is there a motion to authorize Colin Bergman Post to prepare the year-end financial statement?
Yeah, Boone moved to do that. Now, we'll authorize the Quam Brigham and Post PDC to prepare year-end financial statements according to Elaine.
Second.
Motion by Boone and seconded to authorize Colin Bergman Post to prepare year-end financial statements. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Old business, consider first reading of ordinance 2021-10, ordinance amending Title II, Chapter 2.02, Section 2.0201 A, B, and C of the Beresford City Ordinance and defining ward boundaries for the city of Beresford. I think there's a picture that depicts that.
You guys, we have chosen alternative number 1, so we'll get that as our official map. There's a couple of small changes there that I will have CCOG make. They didn't get back to me here last week, so we'll find out. And then the ordinance, Tom and I sat down today and we tried to identify all of the area in each ward. So that's what you see in the ordinance that you just got tonight. Sorry for the delay, but it was a little bit time consuming and we'll try to figure out where we were at. But anyhow, we think we're got everything nailed there. So we'll just consider this the first reading. And at our next meeting, we'll have a second meeting, which will be that special meeting if we do choose to have one. So that will give us the proper time before the next election cycle, or when we start taking out petitions. So I think this will be effective on January 26th. You can start taking petitions out on January 28th, 9th, 28th. So
Everybody's still in the same ward.
everyone here is. There's only two blocks really that really move, and most.
Okay.
So we tried to keep it as minimal as possible, and just picked up 2 blocks that moved out of their wards. So
Thank you.
Any questions on the first reading? New business, consider resolution 2021-13, resolution authorizing the application for financial assistance, authorizing the execution and submittal of the application, and designating authorized representatives to certify and sign payment requests.
we had public hearings last meeting. That's when the gal from Banner was here, and we did the hearing. And after that, we have 2 resolutions that we need to sign off. There's going to be quite a bit of paper that needs to be signed as we go forward with these projects. And this just basically gives us the okay, or the mayor the okay, to sign them as they come in, rather than having to wait for meetings each time, because sometimes they are time dependent on getting them back. So we'd like to go ahead and move forward with each of the resolutions separately, but we do have pages for Mayor Anderson
Motion?
to sign. Yeah, just take one at a time if we could.
Shall I make a motion to consider resolution 2021-13 as the mayor read it? The clean water system for Beresford South Court.
Second. Motion by Shelton, seconded to consider resolution 2021-13. Any further discussion?
Just so clear, we're giving the mayor more power.
Apparently they want us to stamp it, so.
It says I have $14 million.
Yeah.
And change. No further discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Consider resolution 2021-14. which I believe is similar to 13.
We'll move to consider resolution 2021-14A as the mayor read it.
So I can say.
I don't think it's A, I think that's
Huh?
a
New
resolution.
resolution.
What'd I say?
You said
Okay.
me.
Consider resolution 2021-14A resolution. I get it. It's 14. I was like 14A. When did we start lettering these things?
Motion by
Yes.
Bill, seconded to consider resolution 2021-14. Any further discussion?
Yeah, not A. It's 14.
What was the difference on these two?
Drinking and clean.
Oh, that's right.
One sewer, one.
Okay.
No further discussion, all fair say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution passed. Sioux Falls annual contract with the Sioux Falls Area Humane Society. Is there any major changes in this year?
No, I don't think so. They're just gonna point out that they do not do non-domestic animals typically unless they're called in by the authorities or police or something, but they try to stay with domestic pets is what their focus is on. So apparently they had a lot of calls in Sioux Falls for those type of services, but charge us $12.50 boarding per day if we have to have an animal that we bring up there. Those charges are paid back when they go pick up their animal. If no one picks them up, then we have to, the city ends up paying them. I don't think we've probably had any.
No.
So it just gives us an out. If we have somebody that's got hoarding a bunch of animals and they have to come in, take them out of the house, they'll come in and assist with all of that. So gotta have a contract or else we won't get it done.
Need a motion?
Doden makes a motion to authorize the mayor to sign the Sioux Falls Area Humane Society Animal Services Contract for 2022.
Second.
Motion by Dunn and seconded to authorize the 2022 contract with the Sioux Falls Area Humane Society. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all fair say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Is there a motion? Looks like Officer Tyson Willis is up for a step pay increase from $22.50 to $23.10 per hour. Is there a motion to?
I'll make a motion to step pay increase for Officer Tyson from $22.50 to $23.10 per hour.
Doden second.
Motion by Schott, seconded to approve the step pay increase for Officer Tyson Willis from $22.50 to $23.10 per hour. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Opposed? Approved. Pride Neon extended warranty.
I want you guys to take a look at this. We paid this out of the council budget, I believe. It's a sign that sits in front of birds. Our warranty will be up for that, and it's that the 4x8 electronic sign that flashes all the time. Pretty much runs all day long, every day. I don't know much about the signs, or we haven't had too many problems with it. Other than we've had some lights that go out, and they come down, and they fix those for us. But we want to just see what your interest is in going forward with the warranty, either 1 year or up to 3-year warranty. 3-year warranty will save you about $380, something like that, if you want to go up to 3-year. I don't know. She put on there how much the parts cost, and it looks like the parts can be quite expensive. Does not include labor, however, so we just get the parts replaced if we do purchase the warranty. So,
How much is it for you?
$2,002. The 1 year is $795.
$2,250.
No, I wasn't. I was just curious. More curious than anything.
I do notice the one in front of the dentist office every once in a while. It seems like they have lots of time it's not working, nothing's flashing. So I'm sure it's some type of module in there. And if the module, I think they're $600 to $800 for a new module if it has to go on. So we're about to be, as soon as we tell them we don't want it, we'll get it going.
How old is it?
Oh, how old? 3 years probably.
It'd be more than that.
Is it more than that? No. So we put it right up after birds.
How many years have you been mayor?
From Florida, this before.
So it was before Nathan.
More, so had pretty good luck with it so far.
Well, I'm just thinking that
25.
it's probably getting to that point where it's gonna start.
Yeah.
Things are gonna start going wrong with it.
It'll take 3 years.
I would recommend going with 1 year for the first year or two, just to see how it works. And then consider a 3-year. I mean,
What do you think?
I did do a 3-year.
I'm guessing the cost of the warranty's gonna keep going up.
Yep.
And the cost of the parts are definitely gonna go up. If you can get them, that'll be excellent.
3 years then?
Up to you guys.
Did we budget for this?
No.
No,
Oh,
I didn't know about it until she told me, so.
So 800-ish for 1 year or 2,000-ish for 3 years.
Yep.
I'd say just do 3 years.
Save you 20%.
That come out of the, what budget?
Council budget.
Council contingency.
No, it's the budget.
Oh,
Will, 3 years?
Because
I say
there's,
3 years.
We won't get a bill till next year, I'm guessing, so we'll have to deal with it then.
Peterman, 3? 3, that sounds like we got it.
Take a motion.
I'll make a motion to consider Pride Paint Neon extended warranty for welcome to Beresford signage, Jerry signage Dave, with 3-year warranty.
$2,002.
For what? $2,000.
$2.
$2.50.
Second.
Motion by Shot and seconded to authorize the purchase of a 3-year extended warranty in the amount of $2,002.50 for the Pride Neon sign. For discussion. Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Approved. Everyone, we have a quorum for December 29th available.
oh, here.
I did put a time down there, so you guys can set the time you want.
I'll be here as well.
5:30? Is it too early? It's a Wednesday, isn't it?
it is a Wednesday.
I thought we were talking about like noon.
You guys do whatever, we'll be here,
Yeah.
so.
It's a work day. I prefer not to have a noon appointment.
Okay.
I'll be working.
Well, I wouldn't be able to attend in the evening unless it was right at maybe 5 o'clock.
It's usually a pretty short meeting. I could do 5. I could do 4. I just don't want to do noon.
4 work for everybody?
4's okay for me.
I'll make it work for you, Tiedemann,
I just really want to be there.
as long as it fits your schedule.
1 p.m. on the 29th.
Okay.
Happy Tiedemann, happy life.
Who's on a roll today?
No discussion, informational items, no travel requests. Is there a motion to authorize payment of the bills?
Boom, boom, bada boo.
Second.
Motion by Boone, second to authorize payment of the bills. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Is there a motion to enter into executive session for legal and personnel?
Doden moves to move into executive session for legal and personnel.
Second.
Motion by Doden, second to enter into executive session for legal and personnel.